Hi!
Hello!
We're doing a sister tag. And this is my sister, this is Valerie.
Hello.
And I've known her all of her life. Most of mine.
She's obviously older.
Anyway, how old are we?
Well, let's see. Last year I celebrated the 26th anniversary of my 25th birthday.
That sounds like a good idea. I've been celebrating mine for my 22nd for 32 years. Something like that. Something like that. If we could describe each other in one word, what would it be?
You're pretty entertaining.
Mm-hmm. How am I entertaining?
Well, I just like to laugh a lot and usually have some good stories to tell.
Always doing something interesting, scary, life-threatening. Yeah, with you. Now I'm trying to break it down. It's like you like your scrapbooking a lot. Babies. That's like the center of everything. Your babies. Mm-hmm. She got more babies. 6 babies and then plus a grandbaby.
Yep.
Yep. So I'm kind of sort of there with you, but it's like 4 kids, but 3 of them are my stepkids, and I got 4 grandbabies. So you got a few. Do people ever get us mixed up? Have you ever had that problem?
When we were little, every now and then we'd be called by the other person's name, but not too often.
Every now that you mentioned it, I do remember Mom going, "Val, what's your name?" I don't remember much when we were younger. I guess when we got older, there was a few people that got us confused. But I just think even especially now, people are looking at us and I'm like, how do we look like each other? I do remember that one picture confused me at Becky's wedding. You had a purple dress on, and you had your hair up, and you had these earrings on, and it just at first glance I thought it was me, and I was like, wait a minute, I wasn't wearing that. Like twice, and realized it wasn't me. So I don't think that's ever happened, do you?
No.
That's the closest I've ever seen. What is something that annoys you about the other one? Oh boy, we're in trouble.
I don't know. I remember those ferrets used to irritate me a lot.
I had these. I'm not one for normal pets. I like interesting pets, and I had 2 ferrets. They've both been fixed and all that good stuff, but it was one of those toss-up because I had bought a new place and the new carpet came in and the carpet stank really bad, and so it was a toss-up which one was the more challenging the more challenging odor. Finally had to get rid of them, but I miss my little Spunky. So let's see, with you. All I can think of is the stupid soap. You just...
I'm a little OCD, huh?
Yeah, OCD. That's the word. OCD. There's a piece of hair on this bar of soap, so we got to get a whole new bar. Or there's breadcrumbs in the butter, and you're sticking it. I remember you spending, I don't know how long with it, an hour or so, just trying to pick out every piece of crumbs. But that's.
I don't like soggy crumbs in my butter.
You have issues with that.
Yes, I do have issues.
Oh, okay. What do you like? What is it like being a sister with a YouTube guru? I don't have a problem with it.
Well, she sends these emails like,
Your life
She
story.
does a lot of emails with videos on them, but doesn't send quite as many as she used to. But yeah,
I put them all on Facebook.
Yeah, I have to send them.
You should be checking your Facebook more often.
I know, I should.
Yeah, because I put all my videos there. My doctor visits, my climbing on the roof, my breaking my front window. You know, you'll be entertained.
Yes.
You
And
know?
then your computer run over by a bulldozer. And
Was that a bulldozer?
well, it was a
It was a steamroller. Like that. It was a big flat thing, and it went back and forth like this, and it squished it. It was fun. My neighbor thought I was nuts. Do you ever argue? Nah.
On occasion, we don't see eye to eye.
Let's see. The one I can remember the most is when we were kids, borrowing each other's clothing, and you didn't like it when I borrowed your clothing because I was a little bigger than you, and it stretched your shoes.
And one time you borrowed a certain jean jacket. Do you remember that? I was making it for a sewing project, and you ran off with it when it still had straight pins in it. I don't even remember that. Oh, golly, well, she deserves it, I guess. I don't remember that. Well, I guess I didn't poke you hard enough.
What can I say? She was a younger sister. She just drove me nuts.
You didn't have anything worse.
Yeah, all my clothes.
Your shoes. At least I left your underwear alone.
Maybe. I didn't want to go anywhere in those.
Well, you wore them. No.
Well, yeah.
That's going to be interesting. Okay, what is the one thing, what do we like best about each other?
Just spending time together, especially if we're doing crafts.
Yeah, I was thinking you're pretty creative. Cakes, you know, the decorations, the scrapbooking. I don't know. I tried to get that scrapbooking thing down, and it don't look anything like hers. I do remember us running away. It was like when we were first moms or, you know, married or whatever. We wanted to escape from our families because we're going nuts, young mothers type of thing. So we would go to get a hotel overnight or two. We would just bring our craft projects, and we would go out for dinner by ourselves. We'd buy a pizza by ourselves. We'd do our crafts by ourselves. It was great. It was like, and then we just talk about insane stuff.
We need to do one of those again, don't we? That'd be fun.
It could be interesting.
By
Okay.
the night we can escape from everyone again.
Yeah. My life was pretty slow. Yours kind of got picked up a little. See, all my kids grew up and moved out of the house. Hers, most of them are still home. Plus
5 out of the 6, yeah.
Yeah, plus whatever friends they have that come over, and all kinds of. At least you don't have near as many animals because Becky's out of the house now. How many chicks did you have?
Did she order a dozen of them? I think she,
I remember there was
a half dozen.
I remember
We
there was
kept
about
3 of the ducks. Yes.
And it was like, oh my gosh, and then those poor things kind of bit the dust.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
We're
I
talking
brought
about pets right now.
What about the time she ordered that box of little
Crickets?
Crickets. Oh,
Go ahead and tell about
John did that.
That was for her lizard, wasn't it?
Yes, Becky had a lizard, and so she was going to the pet shop and buying crickets for it, and the crickets were, kind of expensive. They found out they could mail order them cheaper. And so the idea was they were going to get this thing to put the crickets in. Well, they never got the thing together to put the crickets in before the crickets got here, and they escaped from the packaging box that they had them in. And yes, we had chirp, 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 chirp all over the house. And whenever we found a cricket and we'd catch it, we'd throw it into the cage with the poor lizard who had crickets sitting on his head, crickets all around him, and he was full of crickets, and he didn't want anything to do with those crickets that kept chirp, 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 chirp all like this. This poor thing. I wish I had my camera for that. I just remember this cricket sitting on his head one day, and he's like, really? Our whole house chirped.
I remember that. I'd come in and I'm like, the whole house is like the forest, you hear it. And I'm like, what the hell is going? Val says, it's just crickets. She didn't even want to talk about it. I eventually found out through time, but it was this is the first I've heard about the poor lizard having crickets all over him. I wish I had a camera for that one.
Yeah, that would be my picture, wouldn't it?
Poor Tucker.
Oh my goodness, that's funny. Okay, next question. Ditch the dirt. I think you want to ditch the crickets. Oh, what kind of bad habits do we have?
Other than I still pick crumbs out of my butter. I like to sneak chocolate when my family is looking.
I'm trying to think of mine. It's like I do strange things, and my family is usually going, should we convict her, have her, where's the straitjackets? Why did you put a printer through your front window? And I didn't like it. Either one of them. I was hoping to break both at the same time. It didn't work. The front window died, but the printer was still good. So that's the reason why I got the Bobcat for it. You'll have to check my videos for that one. We took it out there, put it in the field, and brought the Bobcat up, and it had a pointy thing, and it went boom and stabbed it, and then ran over it a few times, but we were good. We cleaned up the mess. We got the sweeper on it, and it went like that.
You're too destructive.
I do tend to be a little destructive. Just a little bit. I was thinking when you were talking about the sewing, I was thinking, and your OCD. I was thinking about how when we had patterns, I think now you've gotten past that. But before, when we had a pattern, she had to do it exactly like the pattern. There was no deviation from the pattern. It had to be exact. And I was like, I don't want that. I want this. And but I'm the opposite in the sense that I will get 3 or 4 patterns. I like these sleeves with that skirt and this top with this. And that drove you nuts.
I do a lot of that these days, and I alter them to fit people a little better than the patterns just don't
quite get it.
No, they don't.
Do you mix and match the patterns? Because like you like the top from this one and the skirt from that one, or
sometimes if I think it'll work, it doesn't always work that well.
Yeah, I like to mix and match. I'm always outside the box person, I guess you might say. So, So what's our favorite inside joke?
Did I wear my pink pajamas? The worms.
The worms? Shall we?
Yes.
Nobody likes me, everybody hates me, think I'll eat some worms. Big fat juicy ones, long skinny slimy ones, itsy bitsy teeny weeny worms. First you bite the head off, then you suck the blood out, ooh how they wiggle and squirm. Big fat juicy ones, long skinny slimy ones, itsy bitsy teeny weeny worms.
I forgot my fork.
I forgot the part about We had some interesting songs when we were kids.
We did stop at summer camps, and yeah, we had a lot of fun.
Oh. I got my life jacket on.
Got my paddle.
Going on a canoe trip. That was the nightmare from...
Yeah. Poison oak and tipped over canoes and
and I
dehydrated food and
sunburn. Oh my gosh, sunburn. Did you get the blisters?
I don't remember getting blisters.
I got blisters.
I remember mosquitoes, and I remember we having to duck down in the canoes because we were going under these poison oak branches.
Mine went over, and I had I think she was like 10 years old, and I was a teenager at the time. I had this 10-year-old little girl in my boat. And it wouldn't be so bad, but all the people who were watching us, there's like a dozen boats, and there's one there, and there's one there. I think it was like 2 or 3 people watching us. That's about all they could do in all those boats, all those canoes. And ours went underneath a thing and tipped over, and of course we're in a spot with rushing water. And I was hanging on to a branch and hanging on to her, and the boat caught my foot, and I'm like, somebody get me out of this! I was not having a good time. And then we stopped for the night, and we're all finding our places to sleep. Wake up the next morning. I forget her name, but she woke up in a patch of poison ivy. Stuff.
Yeah, do you remember that? She had blisters all over her.
She was off to the infirmary, and of course we're from Colorado, and this whole adventure is taking place in California, so the rest of our trip was there. And then there was one gal who ended up sunburned so badly she ended up in the infirmary. I ended up with blisters. We won't talk where I ended up with the blisters.
I don't want to talk about what happened to me either.
Yeah, that one was fun too. That was when I lost my shirt. No, I didn't lose my shirt. I lost my swimming top. I dived. There was a big dock out in the middle of the river, public place, and there was a diving board off of that thing. So yours truly goes up there, and of course, I was blessed. We won't go into how blessed I was. But anyway, I went up on that diving board, and I used to be quite the diver off the diving board those days. And I dove off of that thing, and I was like, yay! I land in the water, and I'm like, I have a problem. And my shirt is... And I had to tell the girls to go to the beach, find my sister, get my shirt, and bring it out to me. I'll be over here by the bridge, away from everybody else. Yeah, it was an embarrassing moment. And of course she taught me, but we won't go into why. Love you. Love you too. I think we just covered our favorite memory. What do you think?
That was quite a summer.
Are we full sisters, half sisters, or step sisters? We have been assured that we are full sisters. So we're going to take our mother's word for that. And, I do trust my mother's word.
Yeah, me too.
Just clarify that. I'm just being a joker's type of here.
Favorite singers?
Favorite singer? James Blunt.
Billy Joel.
I'm sorry. Billy Joel.
And she's gone from Donny Osmond and the Jackson 5 to Mark Lowry and the Gaithers.
I have a few.
Yeah, a few there.
I like classical. I like rock. I like heavy rock. You want to really freak out your kids. Put some ABBA in there or something like that. And it's just boom, boom, boom. And I was driving down the road with some friends of mine. And their daughter was in the back. And of course, all of us mothers are the older crowd, And yours truly, we were, kind of acting up. You know how we're having fun and we're acting up. And this guy with a big old black truck comes up next to us. And he has this really loud rock music going on. Well, the only thing I had was Christian rock, but it was pretty loud too. So I slammed that puppy in there and started doing one of these. The other ones are screaming out the windows. And the guy's like, I'm going to drive away now. And the kids are sitting in the back seat going, Mom, what did you slip, Mom? We're a little bit nuts sometimes. Who takes longer getting ready?
Me!
It's like, oh, I forgot. Of course, you got a lot more kids, too. But even when we were younger, I remember in and out of the house forgetting something. I gotta have this, and I gotta have that. Where I'm out the house and gone, and halfway to wherever it is I'm going, and then go, damn it, I forgot. And I just deal without it. Well, thankfully, I never left any of the kids behind. I heard rumors, though.
About who?
I don't know, the youngest one.
Just a couple times, not too often.
A couple. I heard about the one. You said I know about the others.
I like the story about the easy baked cookies.
Oh, no.
You want to tell that one or not?
That was you.
Yep. I had an easy bake oven. And one time I wanted to make a little goodie for one of my teachers. And so I tried to make something and the dog ate it. And then I made something else and it was cold and slippery and icy outside and I slipped and fell and it went flying and that was the end of that one. And so I had another one that I made and I got it as far as the babysitter's and I think the babysitter's kid ate it.
Yeah, the baby ate it.
I had to, it was about the 4th or 5th try. Finally got something to my teacher, but yes. But I loved my little easy bake oven.
She was quite the cooker. She still is. She
yes,
some really
so
good
Martha
cooking.
Stewart.
Heels or flats?
Flats. I don't need to be any taller than I am.
Yeah, you are tall. I'm the short one. She's the tall one. I used to like the heels when I was younger, and not just the heels. I liked them in boots, and it was great. Except now, if I try to walk in those things, I'll need my walker, and I'll be challenged in that much. But
definitely.
But I like my flats.
Me too. I'm wearing tennis shoes, and it works. The way to go. Yes, comfort.
Pants or dress?
Pants. Whenever I can get away with it.
I like the pants. Every now and then I like to dress up now and then.
Mm-hmm.
But, usually if you're going to see me in a gown, it's going to be my nightgown. And you ain't going to get a peek of that one. Favorite animals? I know you like elephants. And lately you like penguins.
Mm-hmm.
I got that right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, penguins are pretty cute. But I don't know. I like lots of different animals. I like kittens, like you said, and puppies, and
if it's a critter.
Yeah, critters are pretty nice. Most of them. I don't like rats. And
I had one of those. I remember Becky. Her daughter ordered a box of chickens. Or no, ducks. Baby ducks. She had a box full of ducks, and Val came home, and she's like, she got a phone call, I guess, from the post office.
No, well, Becky did. I didn't.
Oh.
But Becky, I came home, and Becky says, Mom, isn't this cute? And she's holding this little tiny duckling, and I'm going, yeah, where's it living? And she says, up in my room with the other 11. Okay. My little menagerie girl has done it again.
I like all kinds of animals. I got a service dog, and we've been joking about me putting on a jacket that says service animal and have her without her jacket and see what kind of responses we get with that. And I've had ferrets, and I've had a rat, and I don't know what all, mostly that. I try to keep it normal, but I like horses. I like to go horseback riding. I haven't done that in a long time, mainly because I thought it was not fair to the horse. You know, when you weigh 300 pounds, it's just not nice. So I like them enough not to get on them. I'm working on that, though. Okay, if your house was burning down and your old family is safe, what would you want to save and why?
Well, my pictures are very special to me, but it would take 30 trips into my house to save my pictures. So I think the thing that would be the very most special to me is my wedding ring. It's a diamond wedding ring that I usually don't wear except on special occasions. So I would probably grab my wedding band.
That sounds touching. I was thinking my videos. I have all of my memory cards and hard drives and everything all put together. So if, you know, I can just grab them on the go. I grab them on the go with my camera. Got a vlog, you know? I'm a YouTuber. Got a vlog.
You're gonna vlog your house burning down.
I'm gonna vlog the house burning down. I'm gonna find out who was the one who burned it down and why. I'm gonna get evidence. I'm getting evidence. This has come in handy. You'd be surprised. It solved a few arguments. It's like somebody yelling at me. Oh, really? How far you want to go with this argument? Shuts them up every time. Okay. Comedy, horror, or chick flick?
Comedy and then chick flick. No horror.
I'm not too big on the horror. I like the what do you call it? The mysteries, you know, like Agatha Christie, Poirot, Sherlock Holmes, that kind of thing. You know, the fun stuff. Sci-fi a bit, but it's got to have comedy in it. It's got to be funny. I love my giggles. So
yeah,
and that's it. Blackberry or iPhone? I like Blackberries with sour cream. Put a little taste on that. I think a piece. What?
They're talking about something like this. You know, this is an iPhone, and you know, you go here and it's got the time and. See, I got a mail. I got an email probably from my boss.
Speak up.
And it also, you know, I got instant messages and phone calls, and I can take pictures with this, and I know what time it is in Sydney, Australia.
It's a baby computer that hasn't grown up yet.
Yeah, it does a lot of things.
It's
even got a GPS in it, I found out today, so... Yeah.
It calls out and it gets calls in. That's a phone.
It takes pictures, doesn't it?
Yeah, but they're pretty bad.
Oh, okay. All right,
they're all fuzzy and weird looking, and I can get a text message, but I have to spend half my day going.
No,
I don't.
Just I'm gonna make a new one, and you just start typing there, and you just type there.
It has a keyboard on
it has a keyboard, and you can turn it this way, and then the keyboard gets bigger.
So what the hell is a Blackberry? You're gonna tell me that's not a piece of fruit?
No, it's not. It's similar to something like this.
I'm scared. I guess I need to be updated on stuff. I'm 26 plus. No, I'm 22 plus. Another year. Okay. Favorite movie?
Robin Hood Men in Tights. I like the comedies.
You said that, I was thinking Robin Williams.
Men. Men in Tights. Tights.
The kind of tights where you're singing a little soprano there. I'm thinking of Robin Williams and Mrs. Doubtfire.
So what's your favorite?
Yeah, I have a lot, but yeah, that would rank right up there. I like
Okay.
the comedies, you know.
Okay.
Now that I think about it, there was one with Schwarzenegger where he was pregnant.
Mhm.
That was pretty hysterical.
Mhm.
I like
Junior,
that.
wasn't it?
Junior,
Yeah.
Junior, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I get.
And
Danny DeVito.
it turned out to be a girl, though, right? Yeah. Yeah.
Of course,
Yeah.
of course. What is something weird that you eat?
Snow. I like to eat snow.
When it's in season.
Yeah. When it's good, clean, freshly fallen, you know.
Preferably. With all these dogs around here, you want to make sure you get the right patch. Fresh stuff.
Right.
I've been on a diet, so I've been trying all these new recipes and stuff like that. And I made some potato soup the other day, and my son was like, "What are you putting in my soup?" I had turnips and parsnip and rutabagas and stuff like that. But it turned out pretty good.
Mhm.
But the one thing I can think of that was really strange, and Mom was like, "What are you eating?" type of thing. I would take peanut butter and artichoke hearts and onion and radishes and pickles. It was tasty.
Did he have Tums on the side?
Since then, since I was pregnant with Michael, I did like I still kind of like it. It's pickles with guacamole.
Interesting.
Do you guys have anything matching?
We're not guys. We're girls.
That's true. We're girls.
But no, not lately that I can think of. But we did have several different things growing up.
Yeah.
That were matching.
Well, I do know that we had one that was a lacy top, but it was solid on the bottom. Mine was blue and hers was pink.
Mm-hmm.
And pretty much anything you saw of us was that way. Or I would be wearing purple, but she was always in pink.
Well, my mom liked to dress up for like the family pictures, and
Yeah.
we went to the East Coast once when we were little, and we had to wear those big dresses.
1776, and we had to wear colonial dresses.
Yep.
And actually, they were kind of fun.
1976.
Or 1976.
Yes, 1976.
1976. We were celebrating the 1976 bicentennial. And I remember wearing my dress in a play for school because we were doing skits that had to do with the colonial times, so I got to wear that dress. But I remember wearing that dress. I remember and Mom was in it too. She had one too.
And we made them.
And we made them. And we had pink tops for pictures, and usually when we had pictures, Mom would try to match the colors. You know, the guys had the same kind of shirt, and the girls all had the same kind of shirt, that kind of thing.
And then that one Christmas, I bought you a shirt that matched a shirt that I got. Or
An
outfit,
emerald, kind of an emerald green type of shirt. Which, by the way, guess what?
What?
I tried it on lately. I can actually fit it now.
Wow.
She bought me a shirt that was too small. I lost enough weight.
Yay! All right.
Non-scale victory. And what is your favorite TV show?
First thing that pops in my mind is The Love Boat. Soon we'll be making another run. The Love Boat promises something for everyone.
That's dating us.
Yeah, I guess. But it was a good show.
I really like that one. I'm big into Doctor Who. I'm a Whovian.
Uh-oh.
And to make it worse, my son's becoming a Whovian.
Uh-oh. Sounds like it's contagious. Better stay away from your house.
Doctor Who travels in a TARDIS, which looks like a police box. I don't know if you've seen those old-fashioned English-style police boxes or phone boxes, and they're blue. And basically, if somebody, it was back in the 1960-ish time, and if you had like a bad person that needed to be incarcerated quickly, you throw them in this phone box, you lock them in, and then it had a phone on it, and you call for help, and then the police would come and collect whoever the problem was, you know, that kind of thing. Well, it was this little box, mind you, was, you know, say this big, but the space inside was this big. So you walk in the door and everybody goes, it's bigger on the inside. And he could travel through time and space, so who knows where you're going to end up. And then the doctor, instead of dying, he regenerates. So when it comes time to die, he falls down, and then a different person gets up, and then you got a whole new series of the whole new Doctor, and he's on, I think we're on number 11 or something like that. And I'm wondering how they're going to solve the problem, because originally the Doctor can only regenerate 12 times.
Oh.
So we're coming up, you know, we may come up with an interesting story about how he can generate after that point, so we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, I'm kind of a Whovie, and I have Whovie movies and stuff.
True confessions.
True confessions. But anyway, I think this was fun.
Yep, it was. Yep.
Too many questions, and we're having too much fun, and there's too many good stories to just leave everything out. So,
yep. Okay.
Okay. See you guys next time. Bye.